All right, what is going on, everybody? Man, what a year. Definitely has been a very interesting year, nonetheless. Let me see who I got in the chat. Shout out to my man, Lawrence Guy. Shalom, good sir. Shalom. Ah, man, oh man, oh man. Hope everybody's doing well this evening or this morning, depending on where you're listening in around the world. Just want to say, as usual, thanks for listening in. Thanks for tuning in. Definitely appreciate the love and support. Boy, 2022. It has definitely been a year. Excuse me. Shout out to Seeking My Creator. Good to see you as well. Whew, boy. What a year. Just spend most of today just resting up and reflecting on this year, some of the ups and downs, good and bad. But overall, it's been really good. Can't really complain. Just glad to be alive, glad to be doing what I can, doing what I want to do, and all. Really can't complain. 2022 has been a great year. And even though still a little bummed that I didn't get a chance to travel to Japan, hopefully 2023, we will definitely get that going. So, definitely something, one of the things I'm looking forward to. Most people they talk about New Year's resolution and everything. I'm gonna be honest. My New Year's resolution is keep doing what I did in 2022, carried it over into 2023, and expand. That's it. That's really it. Short and simple. But definitely, I just want to take the time to make this last stream for 2022. Just want to give some shout outs, to the people who have been supporting this channel and supporting myself. You all helped to make this channel great. This is not of my doing. I'll tell that for anybody and everybody. This is definitely not of my doing. You all make it possible. You all make it happen. And so just want to, from the bottom of my heart, just want to say thank you to everybody. You have all been incredible. You have all been wonderful. You know, just looking back on the series that we got going on this channel, like the Black Ronins podcast, the Villain of the Month, the State of Male Entertainment, the Culture Bomb. You all make it possible. And you all help to put great ideas, in these streams to make it more expansive. And so, really, again, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate every single one of you all. So, without further ado, I have I have my notes of the people who I definitely want to give special shout outs to. It's a long list, but definitely just want to make sure I take the time to give my thanks to these individuals. Then I'm gonna talk about as far as what I got going on into 2023, how that could affect, some of the shows and series and whatnot. And then right afterward, I just have a fun game I just want to do with everybody where, just kick back, relax, and celebrate going into the new year. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, Justice here. Okay. First up on the list is my compadres. And these are the guys that you see show up on the panels here on the channel. And definitely I have to give, you know, special shout outs to them. So started off right off the bat, my twin, and that is Shinobi Bro, aka Kitty Jones. Man, I never would have thought that I'd be working very closely with him and everything. Just one moment. Okay, so like I was saying, Shinobi Bro, man, it has been awesome doing the Black Ronas podcast with him. I'll tell anybody. Um, I consider him more of the brains of the duo, and I just kind of help put things on the back end to make it possible and all. Shinobi Bro, whenever we do any sort of panel together, me and him just got this energy where we just bounce off of each other. We could be thinking of the same things and not even tell each other, but once it's mentioned, it's like, oh yeah, I was thinking that too. Right on, right on. It's like, yeah, that's Shinobi Bro. Um, yeah, wonderful guy, has a loving family, and I'm gonna be honest, Shinobi Bro. I want to have a family just like yours. That's just being honest to honest honest to God. I definitely look at you and see how well you do with your folks and all, and I'm just like, man, that's the type of lifestyle I really want to have as well. So shout out to you, Shinobi Bro. You have been great. You've been awesome. I look forward to 2023, doing some more with you and everything. Yeah. Before I continue, shout out to Black Curls, man. Dude, I haven't seen you in a long time. I mean, I know you've been busy and everything, but man, don't be a stranger over here in this channel. Feel free to jump on in whenever you can. All right. Next on the list is another good friend of mine, and that is Mr. Logic's Finest. And since he's one of the ones who have an intro, it's only it's only right to play the intro of these guys that have it. So for Logic's Finest,
I'm so disappointed, Ichigo. So very disappointed. Sadly, your sword exhibits only fear. When you counter, it's because you fear being killed. When you attack, you fear killing. And when you try to protect someone, you fear you could let them die. The only thing that your sword speaks of is senseless fright. And that's not good. What you do not need in battle is fear. Nothing will come of it. You counter, you don't let them cut you. If you protect someone, you don't let them die. When you attack, you kill.
Man, that's if there was an intro that really describes my good friend Logic's finest, that's it. I know some people will look at that and be like, oh, Lord Scott, he said, don't you mean Lord Toaster? Oh, you know what? That's right. Let me find that thing. Where is it at? Here we go. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me, good sir. But yeah, Logic's finest, man. I enjoy the conversations me and him have both on panels and behind the scenes and everything. Um, just a really intelligent individual. I definitely admired him from anywhere, afar, behind the scenes. He's truly a wonderful individual. Um, Especially when it comes to the war room, which by the way, I do have plans to get that series back up and going into 2023. So for those who have patiently, excuse me, been waiting to see um the war room come back, that will be coming back next year. So we will be talking about World War II, all the stuff ties with it and everything. But yeah, shout out to my good friend Logic's finest. Yeah, words can't even describe how much he has inspired me in so many different ways. So next we have Dr. Phoenix, the main man of the culture bomb. You know, there's a lot that I could say about Dr. Phoenix and everything, but one thing I can honestly say, and Dr. Phoenix, if you're listening in, you know, I hope you appreciate this compliment and all, but you remind me so much of my brother in the medical field and how much he is dedicated to his work and all. So every time, you know, I talk to you, whether on panels or behind the scenes, and, you know, we talk about some of the things you're seeing in the medical field and all, I just I just can't help but think that I'm actually talking to my brother because we would have similar conversations. And to me, that's a special place in my heart when an individual reminds me of my brother. And so, Dr. Phoenix, you definitely inspire me in so many different ways as well. I appreciate a lot that you do on the culture bomb because it needs to be said. A lot of stuff that is not talked about on Black YouTube, you come in and you simply say what is on your chest. And again, that reminds me of my brother too. So to be, I definitely more than happy to have you utilize my platform to get your message across, because you're just awesome, well respected individual. So shout out to Dr. Phoenix. You definitely hit it right out the ballpark. Next, I'm gonna play this individual's intro, and you guys will know exactly who I'm talking about.
All creatures need to obey. No one can survive without trusting someone they feel is better, more worthy than themselves. To avoid that responsibility, those who are worthy look even higher, searching for more superior beings. And those superiors do the same, looking for even stronger individuals they can believe in. That is how all kings are created. It is also how gods are born.
Man, that is my other twin. And whenever we see each other in the chat, we just have like a special salute that nobody else nobody else does. It's just us two. And that salute is we call each other eugenics, bro. Man, shout out to Isa Sama. He's another one where I have utmost respect for him. The guy Man, I was just thinking, some of the panels we have been on and some of the streams that we happen to be in the chats and all. And that dude, that dude just constantly get me going, laughing at all. He's another one where we could just bounce off our energies and everything and just have like a go back and forth. But nah, Isaac Sama, that's truly an amazing individual. Um, I can't say enough about him. He's really awesome. Really, he's another brother of mine. Like anybody that goes after Isaac Sama gonna have to deal with me. Just as simple as that. Even though that man can handle his own, I mean the comebacks and sarcasms this dude have. Ah man, I tell you, you have to see it to believe it. Like Black Girl says, eugenics Saba. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We have that special type of thinking where some people look at us like something wrong with these dudes. And that's all right with me. That is all right with me. I am cool with that. So shout out to Isaac Sama. Good. Always glad to have you, good sir. Looking forward to next year as well. Next on the list, and I wonder if anybody knows who's this intro. Man, shout out to the good sir Lawrence Guy and Ragnarok. When Lawrence says shalom, that's his way of saying hello. So, you know, keep it simple. But all right. Back to the main man, Lawrence Guy. Let me tell you something. If there was any person who helped give inspiration for the villain of the month and the state of male entertainment, that is Lawrence Guy. I have never met an individual outside of Logic Finance. Let me put a caveat to that. I have never met an individual who has a whole lot of knowledge about comics, about shows and movies as much as Lawrence Guy. Like he is literally an encyclopedia when it comes down to character development, when it comes down to um, storylines and ideas. Yeah, Lawrence Guy. Let me just put it like this. I know I made mention that we we're in the process for the Black Rollers podcast of doing some work behind the scenes of a new manga series and everything. Let me tell you something. Lawrence Guy, that's the individual I want to work with when we finally launch the manga stuff. Because Judy, he is just that awesome. He is just splendid individual, great to work with, great to be around. I literally cannot say enough about Lawrence Guy. And you know, he's one of don't take this the wrong way, Lawrence Guy, and even Logic Finance, but he's one of the few older gentlemen that I have the utmost respect for. And I've yet to meet them in person. Eventually, soon, one day we'll meet in person. But yeah, that should tell you how much I think highly of Lawrence Guy. So shout out to you, good sir. Looking forward to next year to continue doing streams and discussions and series with you, good sir. Man, we got a lot going on in the chat. Let me see what's going on. Let's see. Dr. Phoenix. Yeah, happy New Year to you, sir. And yes, thank you. I gave you a shout out earlier. Um, Definitely feel free to rewind the stream to hear my take on you, good sir. Jarrell 28. Good to see you, good sir. Oh, and Hawks, aka Spiritual Logic. Good to see you, good sir, as well. Let's see. Let's see. Who else we got? Oh, my eugenics, bro. There he is, right on time. Man, man, man. Uh wow. Okay, so yeah, I'm up to date now. All right, so next up, this next intro, this is definitely one of the fan favorites, but definitely you all know who this one belongs to.
I'm not going there to die. I'm going to find out if I'm really alive.
Man, shout out to the bro JJ Wilson. Man, always enjoy talking with him behind the scenes and even on the shows and whatnot. Um, if there's anybody that I could say that he is definitely following like the martial arts outside of Aizen Sama, is JJ Wilson. Uh, Another great guy. Always enjoy talking with him and everything. Um, Definitely, he's going to be doing some great things going on into the new year and beyond. So definitely shout out to JJ. Looking forward to, man, in the new year, continuing to work with you and whatnot. So yeah, man. Wow, y'all, you guys got a lot going on in the chat. Yeah, shout out to Drill 28. Thank you, good sir. Clue. Looks like a free zone loot intro. Sort of, sort of. Depends on how you look at it. You know what, free zone? I should have done a polling of kind of like whose intros the audience like the most. Because eventually, sometime later next year or going into 2024, I'm going to do some upgrades on everybody's intros that's already on. And so I should have did a poll to see which one that everybody likes. So, but we'll have to do that another time. All right. Next on the list is another good brother of mine, and I actually got to give a shout out to JJ because he introduced me to him a while back. But definitely, he's another one where his intro, yeah, it's great. Yeah, that is Ash the Man. That is his intro. Man, I've first off, Ashton, man, that dude is great to be around, great to talk to, and everything. He was the one that really, when him and JJ had a series, I want to say a year ago, 2 years ago, called Eternal Vintage. Man, I enjoyed the conversations him and JJ would have talking about video games, talk about the latest going on in like animes and all. Yeah, that's awesome. And he too is a big supporter of the Black Romans podcast behind the scenes and everything. So when I was coming up with his intro, I had the message. It was like, "Hey man, what's like your favorite anime character and all?" He was like, "You know the samurai with the three wives on Demon Slayer?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah." It's like, "That's my dude." It's like, "Okay, okay, I got something for you for that." And yeah, he enjoyed it. So shout out to Ashton, man. Always great to see you, sir. Always great to hang out with you, conversate with you, and everything. Looking forward to next year and all. Yeah, that's great. I just saw what he said. We'll probably add the toaster pop-up sound to Logic 5 intro 2023. You know what? Since you brought it up, there you go. That's twice now. Man. Oh, Black Girl. I didn't know Zia is your favorite Demon Slayer character too. So you just gave me an idea, good sir. I'll have to hit you up behind the scenes to come up with your intro for next year. So all right. Next up. Oh my goodness. Everybody knows this one. Okay, let me just play it. Oh my goodness. If there was anybody's intro, okay, let me put it like this. Let me put it this way. I literally had to dig through the archives to try to find SKC's laugh. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's hard to isolate SKC's laugh by himself. Usually, most of the time, he's laughing. There's either like some soundtrack playing in the background, or he's on a panel with somebody else talking and everything, and he'll just laugh. I literally had to like look far and wide to find his laugh that's isolated, so I can take that and then put that in the intro. But man, when I was creating that intro, that was one where I literally had to take breaks because every time I would replay the laugh to kind of get it just right or try to have it sync up with the sound bites and everything, I was like, man, I'm about to drive myself insane with this laugh. But that's SKC for you. You either love him or you hate him. And thankfully, I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed that man. Another great guy with a great family and everything. He definitely gave me a lot of inspiration, especially when it comes down to video edits and all. SKC, when I grow up, I want to be like you. But shout out to you, good sir. Looking forward to next year working with you more on some stuff behind the scenes as well, and eventually, come on to the panels for a few shows and series here and there. But nonetheless, good sir, shout out to you. Okay, let's see. Aiza Sama says Zenitsu is my favorite character in Demon Slayer. Jarrell 28, white women. I'll tell you what, Jarrell, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but shout out to RBR with the remix of White Women. Yeah, if I ever see RBR, I will have to definitely give him a cash app because did you know the Master Oogway White Women? That thing last time I checked, it had like over 1,500 views. Like seriously, thank you RBR. You helped grow my channel as well. Even though I may not think the same way you think, but yeah, shout out to you. Clue says, Uguay and RBR should be my intro in honor of my fiance. Okay, we can make that happen, Clue. I'll get something going for you next year. And then Aizasawa says, that RBR sound clip is one of my faves. RBR is the best pro black in the space. You know what? Aizasawa, I can't believe I'm saying this, but RBR, I have to agree with SKC. RBR must be protected at all costs. That man should never leave YouTube. That's how much valuable he is at the moment. The dude, as much as he talks about YouTube not paying him the money and everything and such, that dude is a moneymaker. I will give him props for that. So we need to utilize his sources. Aizasawa, the most entertaining pro black in the space. I remember once you get to get part of that $90 billion. Yeah, I tell you what, if he can create some more sound bites, and I can weave it in somehow with Master Ukwe, believe me, I am all for RBR staying in the space. Free Zone. Send the name of the title of that song used in that white women in the back pro. Okay, yeah, I got you. Man, and I just have the name of it too. But yeah, I got you on the back end. Yes, Aizasawa, at all costs. I can't believe I'm saying this, but RBR is too valuable to have him off of YouTube. I am dead serious when I say that. Oh, boy. The way Uguay is smiling in between the two ladies is me when I'm with her. There you go. Cool, I got you. I got you covered on that. Oh, boy. Man. RBR be giving all the black content creators some exposure. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I don't know how he does it, but he do be giving them exposure. Okay. Moving right along. The next one, man, I gotta give a shout out to one of the homies, man. And definitely you'll know his intro.
Are you aware of the proper method that one should use to eliminate weeds? You see, weeds, when left unchecked, will rob the flower of its proper nutrients. So what do? If you uproot the weed, then you disturb the flower. Its roots and soil don't like to be interfered with.
So, what do?
You learn to plant flowers that utilize the weeds as a form of nourishment. Take a look. This flower is an example of a beautiful exterior masking its true intentions. Intentions that are really quite brutal.
Man, shout out to Free Zone Lou, aka the Hand of God. Man, if you guys have not seen his stream last night, where he talks about the clips of the year, you are doing yourself a disservice. You definitely need to go over there and watch that, because that was masterful. But shout out to Free Zone Lou, another great guy, just awesome to be around and chat and everything. Yeah, Free Zone. I love it when Free Zone says, in the end, you always need him. You know what? You give me some ideas, Free Zone. But yeah, shout out to you, good sir. Yeah, you're much appreciated, bro. Very much appreciated. Aizasawa says, plant flowers that devour weeds. Gotta love that one. Hey, okay, so interesting. When I was working on Free Zone's intro, his was unique because the character from Samurai Champloo, I wanted to get a dialogue of him when he was speaking or like talking and all. And surprisingly, there wasn't that many clips of him where he was actually talking in English that I could find on YouTube. So what I had to do was I went on Crunchyroll, and I found the video of him having that dialogue in English, I cut out the audio of that portion, and then I was able to like add the background stuff in that intro. So that to me, that should kind of give you an idea of how much research go into these intros to like make them very unique. And so Friezo says a clip of "In the end, you will always kneel" in the intro would be epic. I got you, man. I got you. You guys are giving me some great ideas for next year, so I definitely got y'all covered. But yeah, definitely shout out to Free Zone, another one of the bros, one of the guys I definitely enjoy chatting with behind the scenes and all. So yeah, shout out to you, good sir. Then next up, another favorite intro for this particular individual.
What you gonna do? 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 What you gonna do?
Man, shout out to A Truism. Man, I know he's kind of busy at the moment, dealing with some personal things and all, but definitely shout out to you, good sir. Looking forward to when you're able to come back and hang out with us and all. But yeah, another awesome individual. I don't care what anybody says. That man and his hatred for Daggles is awesome. Truly, truly awesome. So that's why when I was creating his intro, I was like, okay, I need to come up with something that can kind of tie in with like, a Japanese folklore, but still have it somewhat modern. And then it dawned on me. Yeah. Get the soundbite of "What you gonna do?" and then get Hanya from Rurouni Kenshin. Boom. Perfect marriage. I mean, my goodness. Perfect marriage. Yeah. But shout out to A Truism, good sir. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to see you again when you're able to come back on. But yeah, that A Truism for you. Next on the list, I don't have an intro for him, but hey, maybe in the future I'll come up one. Shout out to the Clue channel. And actually, he already gave me some ideas of what to put for his intro. But still, this is another great guy. Utmost respect for him and everything. Definitely his ideas of the black cult is rubbing off on me as well. Yeah. Just an awesome guy, awesome individual. Shout out to you, Clue, and thanks for being supportive too, on all the streams and all. Definitely appreciate you, good sir. Next up, we have Cool Kamasi. Man, I wish he was in the chat too, but Cool Kamasi, bro, your references of WWE and WWF is amazing. It always take me back to my childhood years and all. And in fact, man, I'm still trying to research what kind of character I could come up with you for an intro, but for sure I'll definitely try to get that going too. But man, your your takes on WWE, WWF, man, I enjoyed it. I really do enjoy it. So shout out to you, good sir, Cool Kamasi. Um, Looking forward to working with you as well behind the scenes and all. Hey, there you go. Isaac Saba just gave me an idea. You gotta have some old Dusty Rhodes promo clips for Cool Kamasi. Okay. That's a good idea. I gotta see how I can weave it in like a Ronin, like a Ronin type of intro. But that's definitely a good starting point. Thank you, good sir. All right, next we have the evil Wabbit. Some of y'all know who he is, some of y'all don't, but definitely this is another guy who's been supporting us behind the scenes, the Black Rodents and all, and definitely when it comes to Dr. Phoenix, the Culture Bomb. Oh, he enjoys that series as well. So definitely shout out to the evil Wabbit. So he know who he is. And then last but not least on the compadres list is none other than Mad Bus Driver. He also is very supportive behind the scenes and everything. Um, yeah, he's definitely a wonderful guy to work with. Very humble person behind the scenes and all. And every now and then you'll see him in the chat, pop in here and there. But yeah, he's always been supportive of the Black Ronins podcast. So shout out to MPDX. All right, so that's all the compadres, and these are the guys that show up on the panels every now and then. Next, we move on to the supporters. And the first person I want to give a shout out to, he's already in the chat, and that's none other than Laughing Dog. Laughing Dog, I gotta tell you something, good sir. You too, I need to get with you to see what type of character, anime, whatnot, that's one of your favorites from, any one of them you like and everything, so I could come up with your intro. Because Laughing Dog, as soon as he subscribed for the Black Ronins podcast, this man has been a big supporter of the Black Ronins podcast. And when I mean big, this dude go out of his way to cash app and donate and everything and share the streams and whatnot. Definitely got to give a shout out to you, Laughing Dog. Definitely appreciate your support. Appreciate everything you do for us and all. Yeah, you just let me know what type of character you like and everything. I got you covered, good sir. 2023, you're gonna have an intro as well. And then next up is one of our few female supporters, and that is Latina in Cali. Definitely shout out to you. Um, she's also one been supportive behind the scenes, sharing the streams and all. Definitely cannot give enough gratitude of how much she's been supportive of the Black Rodents podcast and even Villain of the Month, State of Male Entertainment. She goes out of her way to make sure that the streams are shared with people that she knows. Um, Definitely appreciate you. Everybody else appreciate you as well. Hope you and your family have a great um, hope you and your family have a great New Year's. Looking forward to seeing you again into the new year. Yeah, that you've been awesome. Cool Channel, he says, for my intro, pick a character that thinks like Magneto, a blurred line of hero and villain. Ooh, that's gonna be tough. Clue. Huh. Character that thinks like Magneto. Hmm. I think I might have somebody in mind, but I'll check with you behind the scenes before I get started. Lavidar says, I'm emailing Nick Taylor right now for streaming advice. I'll send you an email too. Yeah, definitely hit me up, good sir. Definitely hit me up. Next up, we have Survival. And yeah, I always enjoy chatting with Survival, both here on the stream and in other people's streams and all. Survival, great guy, very supportive. Still can't say enough about him. So he's really been a very cool individual and whatnot. So definitely shout out. And shout out to the MacBone Files. Good to see you, sir. But yeah, shout out to Survival. Again, Survival, if you're listening again on the replay or happened on the back end, hit me up, email too. Definitely want to come up with an intro for you because you've also been supportive. And then to kind of tie in with Survival, another female subscriber who's been supportive of us on the back end, that is Francesca. Shout out to her. Um, every time she comes in, she's always been supportive. She too will share the streams and everything. Definitely want to give a shout out to her and whatnot. One thing I'm glad that the channel is attracting more female subscribers. So when you have women like Latina and Callie and Francesca coming in and being supportive, you're doing something pretty good. So definitely shout out to you, Francesca. Great to hang out with you and Survival. By the way, I'm looking forward to when I travel back to Seattle. I know both of you live not too far in the area, so when I come up there, I will definitely let you both know so we can hang out and you know y'all can show me more around Seattle and the areas and everything. But yeah, shout out to Francesca and Survival. Next, another person want to give a shout out to is Meanwhile in Pleasantville. Now, this is an individual. Let me just tell you this. He is also just a spectacular person. He is actually one of the first big subscribers on our Patreon at the moment. And he always messaged me behind the scenes and everything. I always appreciate the emails he sent, emails of encouragements and all. And you too, meanwhile in Pleasantville, if you happen to see my email on Patreon, definitely feel free to message me. I want to create an intro for you as well because you was one of our first big subscribers on the Black Ronins Patreon page. Yeah, definitely a pleasant guy, pleasant individual. Always enjoy his messages and emails. Just a wonderful person. So shout out to Meanwhile in Pleasantville. Then another person, and this is an individual where he is faithfully there for like the State of Male Entertainment and the Villain of the Month, and that is Iorty 6666. Man, shout out to you, good sir. I always enjoy you being in the chat and all. And I also enjoy talking with you as well when Sama would run his streams and everything. So another great guy, another great supporter of the channel and all. Definitely shout out to you, Iorty. And then next up is Mr. Japan. Usually you'll see him on SKC streams and all in the chat, but every now and then he'll come over here as well. This is the brother is living in the land of the rising sun, and one of these days I definitely want to maybe bring him on to kind of give his inputs and all, living in Japan and everything. But definitely shout out to you, good sir. He's always been supportive behind the scenes and everything on the Black Ronins podcast, so can't say enough about him. Then next we have Xanatos Clutch. Definitely shout out to you, good sir. If those who don't remember Xanatos Clutch, we did an interview with him not too long ago. He's currently living in Japan as we speak. He too has been very supportive of the Black Ronins podcast. So nothing but high praise about this dude. Very awesome. So shout out to Xanatos. Next we have Teapot, the Prophet of Thought. Now, you know what? I think I'm gonna play that little clip from Villain of the Month, because when you guys realize who is the voice actor of that intro, that's actually Teapot. So let me just play that real quick.
The villains. For every good guy, there must be the bad guy. Society looks upon villains with disdain because they refuse to follow the rules. But are these villains really bad or misunderstood? Are they truly out for chaos and blood? Or are they more willing to get out of their comfort zones than the average Joe? Join us For our Villain of the Month discussion, we will break down their philosophy, their past, and their psychology. And then you decide for yourself if these villains are humans or if they are monsters.
Yeah, shout out to Teapot. When I was coming up with the intro, I was like, man, I need somebody who can have that type of villainous voice to kind of set the tone for the whole series and really get the audience to be like, man, what is this all about? And when I showed the script to Teapot, he was like, yeah, yeah, I could do that. Let me just do the voiceover for you, and we'll talk about the payment stuff behind the scenes. But yeah, that shout out to Teapot. He just recently just subscribed and everything. But yeah, I was like, once he did the voiceover, I was like, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. I need that type of voice where it really, as soon as the audience, you know, gets in and they hear the stream, it's like, oh snaps. It's not no ordinary villain stream and all. We actually getting deep into this. But yeah, shout out to Teapot. That that just put it together. Also, shout out to Israel. Man, happy New Year's to you as well. He's another guy who's supported behind the scenes and everything. Yeah, shout out to you, Israel. Thanks for stopping by. Doc Phoenix says Teapot has the perfect baritone broadcasting voice. Yes, he do. Yes, he do. That's why I was like, I definitely need that voice for the intro stuff. Clue says Darth Maul is still the best at the lightsaber. And you know what, Clue? Darth Maul eventually will be talking about him on the Villain of the Month too. So there's a reason why he made the intro. And then Aizawa says his voice and the music together with the imagery just fits together very well. Yeah, yeah. Like I had an idea of the music and as far as the imagery and all, but I needed like that special voice to really bring it all together. And Teapot, he just did it. He just did it. So shout out to him. Prizo says in space, it doesn't get any better than Teapot's voice. Exactly. Exactly. And then last but not least, the next person we want to give a shout out to is one of our big supporters is Checking for You. Checking for You. This dude recently, he just spectacularly is there for like the Villain of the Month and State of Mail Entertainment. I never forget the last stream we did for Villain of the Month. He was like, man, I almost thought that the stream wasn't gonna happen because I was here too early. It's like, oh no, man, no. The show goes on. Definitely have to keep the show rolling. But definitely shout out to him. He's also one of the main supporters behind the scenes and everything. So yeah. Oh, okay. I just saw I said, now Count Doku has the best lightsaber skills. His movements are like an art form. Uh-oh. Do I hear a Villain of the Month vote coming on? So Darth Maul and Count Doku, we're going to have to put them up on the community tab and see which one of those two is going to go first. All right, all right. Okay, we almost done. One thing I want to do is give a shout out to these individuals that we did interviews for on the Black Rodents podcast. So first and foremost, want to give a shout out to Patrick Kingsong, aka the Kokujin Samurai. Shout out to you, good sir. Hopefully you're doing well, you and your family in Japan. We appreciate you spending the time to come over here to the Black Ronins podcast and give your perspective in Japan. And if you haven't, definitely you guys should subscribe to his channel. There's a lot of stuff that he got going on there. And then next, our first female interview, and that is LSM. Shout out to her. She's also a supporter of the Black Ronins podcast behind the scenes and everything. But yeah, she too is awesome. And then next, shout out to Audio from the YouTube channel Femi Smiles. Um, he's definitely a great guy. Him and his family, they live out in Kyoto, and I'm going to be visiting Kyoto pretty soon when I go back to Japan. So hopefully I'll be able to hang out with him and um, see some of the training that he does in the art of the bow and arrow. But yeah, Prophet of Thought, good to see you, good sir. Shout out to you. Just gave you some props for the voiceover for the villain of the month. Shout out to you. Next we had Jessica TV. Definitely shout out to her. Great samurai woman in training and everything. Yeah, she's awesome. Next we have Sakamoto Sensei. Shout out to him. Great having his perspective when he came on for the interview. Definitely want to give a shout out to him. Also want to give a shout out to Labrador Sensei. And this is the brother who practices up in Alaska. Very great gentleman and all. Definitely, hopefully, one of these days we could bring him back on so he can he can he could give us more of his perspective of his samurai training and everything. So definitely shout out to him. And then next we have Paul from the Japanese Sword. Definitely want to give a shout out to him. Look, I'm telling you right now, when I get a chance to get my first katana created, I'm gonna go to Paul because he knows the great blacksmiths of Japan who still create katana swords. Excuse me. And so I'm definitely going to be reaching out to him so I could get my first sword created. The next we have Shoto from New Realm Japan. He lives out in Tokyo. We already making plans to hang out once I touch down in Tokyo and everything. So definitely want to give a shout out to him and his crew. Next we had Jason's All Sumo channel. Definitely want to give a shout out to him and his expertise in the world of sumo. Definitely a great guy and definitely enjoyed having the interview and chat with him. And then next we had Emi-chan from the Japanese Emi channel. Shout out to her. By the way, I'm still trying to create the video that you wanted to see real life cowboys that are still around to this day. Yeah, I'm still gonna get that going. But definitely want to give a shout out to you. You've been great and you've been wonderful. Royce J. Good to meet you, good sir. I think this is your first time here. Then next we had the nameless protagonist. Definitely want to give a shout out to him and his perspective. If there's anybody who outside of the Black Ronins podcast who really follow the ways of the Bushido and the ways of the samurai, it's nameless protagonist. So he's also been a supporter behind the scenes of the Black Ronins podcast, and definitely I enjoyed the interview that he was able to share with us. So definitely shout out to nameless protagonist. Next, want to give a shout out to Black Passenger. This is the guy who is the author of the book Black Passenger Yellow Cab. His interview was definitely raw, but definitely insightful at the same time. Um, just want to give a shout out to him and his family. Great having you on, sir, to give your perspective. And then next, a good friend of ours who is a great supporter of the Black Ronins podcast, and that is Tokyo Paul. Um, Definitely enjoyed the interview that we did with him earlier. Great guy, wonderful guy. He also lives in Tokyo, so I'll be hanging out with him once I go there in March. So yeah, Tokyo Paul, if you haven't subscribed to his channel, please do so. Very great guy. Can't say not much about him. Then next we have Josh from Inaka Adventures. Um, Another great guy. He definitely is very insightful, especially with his stuff about um the yokais and some of the urban legends of Japan. Yeah, he's another great, awesome guy. Definitely should subscribe to his channel and all, but want to give a shout out to him. And then last but not least, probably the newest member of the Black Ronins podcast who will be coming around every now and then on our show, and that is Miss Lei Kiryu. She is great. She is awesome. She is a great samurai, in my honest opinion. The choreography she does for her videos and skits is amazing. But yeah, you'll definitely see her every now and then next year and beyond when we do the Black Ronins podcast and all. Definitely will enjoy getting her perspective from the woman's side of Budo and samurai trainings and all. But yeah, definitely shout out to Miss Kiryu. And then last but not least, I just want to give a shout out again to everybody that's been supportive of the streams and all. You guys, both gentlemen and ladies, you all have been awesome this entire year. I can't really say enough. You all make this happen. This is not of my doing. This is all the things that you all have really helped to put this channel up. You all have made it possible. I'm just here just to be a facilitator, to really help, get these series and ideas going. But you all help to make it possible. And that's through your support and really just being here and really making this worthwhile. So again, for the bottom of my heart, I really want to give a shout out to all of you that support this channel, support the series, support the streams. It has been amazing. All right. Isaac Sama says, cool, can't wait for more of the interviews coming up in the next year. Oh, yes, we got some more, good sir. We got some more. But now, I got a little game I'm going to play with you all. And some of y'all have seen some of these clips, some of y'all have not. But I figured I want to play a game where I play these clips and I want you all to kind of give me your ideas of what's the lesson behind these videos, each video. And so I figured this would be a fun way to kind of end this stream, to go out on a really great note and all. Hopefully you guys, can give me some ideas of what you think is the lesson of these videos. And these videos were handpicked. So they're very handpicked. Man, Teapot, I definitely appreciate that. Definitely shout out to you. Yeah, you definitely make this awesome. But okay, so I'm gonna show these videos, and you guys gonna tell me what is the lesson you think is from these videos. So I'm using my inner SKC here. So let's have some fun to end out the year. So here's the first one. Here we go.
Step on his feet. You stepped on mine. I apologize. No apologize. Step on his feet. Ain't no apology. Let him feel what the NFL wants you to feel like. Step on my damn corn. Show me some trouble. Woo! Now step on his feet. Serious. Step on my damn toe. My toe. On purpose, too. Step on his feet.
Yeah, we got ours in our lap.
Step on his feet. Cause he got that on top. Step on his damn toe. Step on mine. Woo! Mount up.
This stop is Station.
Yeah. That's a cheap shit. Leave me out back there. Hey, step on my damn.
Okay. So what's the lesson here? It says, I enjoy all of it, but I must confess, getting to know Logic Fighter has been a blast. Shh, don't tell him. Hey, your secret safe with me. Now, if he sees the stream, it is what it is. I just thought about you are very close. You are very close. Now, for those who still try to figure out what's the lesson or can give you an idea of what the lesson is, let's replay this again.
Step on his feet. You stepped on mine. I apologize. No apologize. Step on his feet. Ain't no apology. Let him feel what the NFL wants you to feel like. Step on my damn corn. Show me some trouble. Woo! Now step on his feet. Serious. Step on my damn toe. My toe. For on purpose, too. Damn sure. Step on his feet.
Yeah, we got ours in our lap.
Step on his feet. You got that on top, step on his damn toe. Step on mine. He's what it is. Woo! Mount up.
This stop is the station.
Get that's a cheap shit. Leave me out back there. Hey, step on my damn.
All right. So Lawrence Guy says, don't ride the subway. That's a good lesson. That's a good lesson. Let's see. Another lesson we can learn from this is be careful where you step. Ajasama, he says, it's always the ninja moment when a ninja gets his shoes stepped on. Hey, that's a lesson too. There's a lesson right there. Man, but keep it coming, keep it coming. What are the lessons we can learn from this incident? So Lawrence Guy says, don't ride the subway. That's pretty cool. If you can avoid the subway, I say do so. And Aizama says, when you step on a ninja's toes or step on his shoes, there's going to be a ninja moment. That's a good lesson too. So what else we got? What else we got? What you guys got? Lawrence Guy says, your dad should really take the bus. You mean he shouldn't take the bus? Maybe. Jarrell28 says, just avoid ninjas, full stop. It's for the best. That's a good one. That's, on a very serious note, that's a good one. Just avoid full stop. I agree. Okay. So that's that one. Now here's the next one. This one is interesting. So, and there's definitely a lesson to be learned from this one. Isaac Saba says, I wanted to know why Michael Irvin's brother is taking us somewhere. Hey, Isaac Saba, here's what I think. We just saw the unification of John Witherspoon, Michael Irvin, and Ric Flair all in one person. That's the first thing I thought too when I saw that clip. The previous clip was like, man, Ric Flair, John Witherspoon, and Michael Irvin just morphed to create this one individual. Okay, all right. So here's the next clip. What is the lesson from this incident? Let's begin.
You ain't seen my paw.
Come on. We don't want to smell it. Smell it's coming out.
Hold on.
You smell his foot.
Yeah, smell like get
God damn, did you wipe your ass?
Let this garbage do it. Let this garbage.
Oh,
That's your garbage.
that's his ass.
You smell like get back getting shit.
You got shit on
Hey, get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here.
You got shit on your ass?
I ain't got no shit. No,
Hey, Tyrone, tell your little brother to get up out of here.
I ain't got no shit nowhere.
Shit on the sugar.
Okay. What's the lesson here, ladies and gentlemen? If you don't know, I'll play it once again.
Bastard.
You ain't seen my paw.
Come on. We don't want to smack it. It's coming out the ass.
Hold on.
Hey, you stink as fuck.
You smell like get back
God
getting shit.
damn, did you wipe your ass?
Let this garbage do it. Let this garbage.
Oh,
That's your garbage.
that's his ass.
You smell like get back getting shit.
You got shit on
Hey, get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here.
You got shit on your ass?
I ain't got no shit. No,
Hey, Tyrone, tell your little brother to get up out of here.
I ain't got no shit nowhere.
Shit on the sugar.
Okay. All right. What do we got? Isaac Sama says, what you can learn from this one is a drunk is an ish. Well, in this case, he's full of. Good lesson. Good lesson. All right. Who else want to chime in? Lars Guy says, just sad. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see. Lesson here. Lesson I got from here is make sure you wipe your ass. I mean, seriously. How hard is it to properly use the restroom? Oh, man. We're going to have fun with this one. Lawrence guy. Why? Oh, Lawrence, that guy with the hair, the gray afro, that's a man. Said, why she stick her nose in a stranger's? That's a guy in the back. That's a man. Isasamo, wash your ass before going out in public. Yes, that is a valid lesson. A valid lesson. Again, personal hygiene, gentlemen, and also ladies, because I've met some ladies too where let's just say they had the runchies on both ends. But you get the idea. Personal hygiene, people. Personal hygiene. I said, not gonna lie, I thought it was an old woman too. Okay. We'll replay this once again, but I'll show you this is actually a guy.
Bastard.
That's a guy. That's a man.
You ain't seen my paw.
Come on. We don't want to smack it. It's coming out the ass.
Hold on.
Hey, you stink as fuck.
You smell like get back
God
getting shit.
damn, did you wipe your ass?
Let this garbage do it. Let this garbage.
Oh,
That's your garbage.
that's his ass.
You smell like get back getting shit.
You got shit on
Hey, get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here.
You got shit on your ass?
I ain't got no shit. No,
Hey, Tyrone, tell your little brother to get up out of here.
I ain't got no shit nowhere.
Shit on the sugar.
Lawrence guy. The question is still valid. I agree. I would not be going behind an individual to smell if they personal hygiene or not. I wouldn't even do that. So it's still valid question. Very valid. As always says, I think he was so drunk he fell. Yes, Lawrence. He does. That does sound like a woman, but that's a guy. That was a man. That was a man, or that was a male. Let me just put it like that, because far as if that if he acts like a guy or a man, that's debatable. But from a physical standpoint, that was a male. Okay, next one. Now, this interesting one, but I'll let you fellas decide what's the lesson. As Osama says, the guy in the back is looking at him like it's on his pants. Yes, that too. That too. Okay, the next one. Let you all decide what's the lesson from this altercation. Here we go.
I'm comfortable. Okay, awesome. Yeah, thank you very much. You're good? Good. Well, this is why every time I see you, it's a problem. You've never had a problem. Yes, I did. I've never spoken to you. Can you see me? I see what the hell I want to see. Can you see me? Yes, I see what the hell I want to see. So I see you. Crazy ass. No, you're the one who's not crazy. No, I'm not crazy. Sorry. It is absolutely hilarious. Well, I'm glad you like it. It's hilarious. Good. I'm glad you like it. Yes. Good. I'm glad you like it. Yeah. Because you're the crazy one. No. A little crazy. Not crazy. No. I might look crazy. I look good. Because many people can't wear this, including you. So don't worry about it. It looks good. And I know it do. Because I get compliments all the time. Can you say that? Nothing. Absolutely. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Now keep your hands out my face. Yeah, bye, Felicia. Keep your hand out my face. Bye, Felicia. Keep your hand out my face. Keep it moving. Keep your hand out my face. I was sitting here first. Bye, Felicia. Keep your hand out my face. It wasn't a problem until you got on the bus. Felicia.
All right, gentlemen. What's the lesson here? I already saw a few comments. Let me go ahead and first off, shout out to Preference and Passion Programming. Happy New Year's to you, good sir. Yes, be safe. Hope to see you as well in 2023. Marquis Simpson. Okay, yes. She does look like Marge, but what's the lesson here? What's the lesson? Friezo, yes. This is a gem. NPC Archivist is a gem, indeed. Dafidi says, "Is that her hair?" You could say that is attached to her head. Now, is that her real hair? We should all know better, Doc. Clue says, "What happens if you punch it?" That's a good question. That's a good question. Rizzo, yes. That was the black version of Marge Simpson. Isazama, wait a minute. He says, "No way you should get angry for going out with a beehive on your head. And people clown you for it. But the number one thing to learn is women can't lose no wall until she hits the casket on her." That's a bird. You just caused me to use the bird. Yeah, Jarrell 28. Yep, that's it. That's it. Again, I'll replay it again.
That's why I'm sitting right here. Just like, I'm comfortable. Okay, awesome. Yeah, thank you very much. You're good? Good. Well, this is why every time I see you, it's a problem. You've never had a problem. Yes, I did. I've never spoken to you. Can you see me? I see what the hell I want to see. Can you see me? Yes, I see what the hell I want to see. So I see you. Crazy ass. No, you're the one who's not crazy. No, I'm not crazy. Sorry. It is absolutely hilarious. Well, I'm glad you like it. It's hilarious. Good. I'm glad you like it. Yes. Good. I'm glad you like it. Yeah. Because you're the crazy one. No. A little crazy. Not crazy. No. I might look crazy. I look good. Because many people can't wear this, including you. So don't worry about it. It looks good. And I know it do. Because I get compliments all the time. Can you say that? Nothing. Absolutely. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Now keep your hands out my face. Yeah, bye, Felicia.
Yes, Eisen. Some Negro I wouldn't even say wrong mind, right mind. Some Negro in their warped mind told this individual with this type of hair, they look good. Who says BAPS4? Lars, how did they even start talking to each other and why? You know, that's the question. What started this altercation? Man, I just talk about Planet of the Apes, Marquisha Strikes. Oh. And yes, Jarrell, like you said, there's always somebody that will hit. Yep. Yep. Clue says the dude from the last video told her she looks good. Okay. Laura says, what's the lesson? Protect your horses. The Yeti is real. And yeah, yeah. I think that's the lesson here is look, gentlemen. Leave these 304s alone. Just leave them alone. The mere fact that some Negro told her she looked good with that type of just leave it alone. Just do us all a favor and leave these type of specimens to their own devices. Boo Wong Fu. Yeah, yeah. Okay, we got two more. Now, this next one, I want y'all to. Oh, I know you gentlemen, y'all will leave them alone. I know that, but just for the newcomers that come to the channel, just leave them alone. Lars, you know dang well no man said that. Another one. I don't know, Lars. Sad to say, you got some desperate men, or actually not men. You got some desperate males that actually think that thing looks good. See, Eisen knows. He knows. He knows. Free Zone, Gru Wong Fu, so despicable. Hey, I already shout out to you, good sir. Just gave you a shout out earlier in the stream. But definitely good to see you, sir. All right, here's the next video. And y'all tell me what's the lesson from this video. Here we go.
Last night and night before, there was 3 women walking down the street that way. I saw them. I said, hey, you 3 women, why are y'all walking down the street that way? There's nothing down there. And they flew away. I saw them with some birds.
All right. What's the lesson here, gents? What's the lesson? I'll play it again.
Last night and night before, there was 3 women walking down the street that way. I saw them. I said, hey, you 3 women, why are y'all walking down the street that way? There's nothing down there. And they flew away. I saw them with some birds.
All right. What's the lesson? I just saw him. He learned the old man got jokes. Lars said, run! Run! Run to the hills! Chloe said, don't buy weed from the new guy. Okay, for those who don't still don't get it, I'll play this once again, so we can see what's the lesson here.
Last night and night before, there was 3 women walking down the street that way. I saw them. I said, hey, you 3 women, why are y'all walking down the street that way? There's nothing down there. And they flew away. I saw them with some birds.
Yes, good sir. They are finished. They are highly finished. That's the lesson right then and there. They are finished. If you cannot discipline yourself and get out while you can, you're done. There is no saving. No saving whatsoever. So that's a good lesson right there. Oh boy. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. All right. Clue says 2053 is getting closer. Only 30 years away now. Yeah. Okay. Last video. And we're gonna end this on a very interesting note. So y'all give me the lesson for this video. Oh boy. Man. Here we go.
I ain't never coming back here, motherfucker, no more. Hell no. Shit, this store done the best I ever seen in my life. Shit, bottom somebody. Hell Shut up! You alright? What the hell you do? Man, you alright? Let me find you. What the hell are you doing?
Donnie, what you think about him? He's crazy, ain't he?
All right, let me play it once again so y'all can see what's the lesson.
I ain't never coming back here, motherfucker, no more. Hell no. Shit, this store done the best I ever seen in my life. Shit, bottom somebody. Hell Shut up! You alright? What the hell you do? Man, you alright? Let me find you. What the hell are you doing?
Donnie, what you think about him? He's crazy, ain't he?
Okay. As Osama says, yes, they are them too. Yes. Mr. Hill, what did you walk into? You come to the last leg of 2022. We are going to end this year with a bang. Clue says, was that the Michael Jackson spin? Oh. Laura says, the jerk is an old man. I didn't say that. Lawrence. You did. But again, I'll play it once again.
I ain't never coming back here, motherfucker, no more. Hell no. Shit, this store done the best I ever seen in my life. Shit, bottom somebody. Hell Shut up! You alright? What the hell you do? Man, you alright? Let me find you. What the hell are you doing?
Donnie, what you think about him? He's crazy, ain't he?
Lawrence said, the black dude is a corn husker. Mr. Hill, break out the sake and let's kick this off. Oh, we about to have fun in a bit. Free zone. A scared black man is scarier than a crazy white man. As Osama said, nah, the old man did the Tasmanian devil spin. And then Laura says Steve Martin's The Jerk movie. Okay. I think the lesson here could be summarized by this.
Oh, shit.
Go free, people. Go free. Go free. At the end of the day, you are your own person. So go free. I'll play it one more again, just so we all know what not. We all know what to avoid.
I ain't never coming back here, motherfucker, no more. Hell no. Shit, this door done it best I ever seen in my life. Shit, bottom somebody. Hell. Shut up! You alright? Where the hell did he go? Come on, you alright? Let me find you. Where the hell did he go?
Donnie, what you think about him? He's crazy, ain't he?
All right. With that said, thank you all. Hope you all had a great year. 2022 has been a blast. Looking forward to 2023. You all have been wonderful. So see you all on the other side. Lauren says, did his maybe it did. Maybe it did. I don't know. All I know is he's also one of those people that, hey, leave him be. Leave him be. Go free, people. Just go free. If there's anything to know going into 2023 is go free. Link up with like-minded people, okay? It's no longer about race. It's about ideologies. Okay? Yes. You are being judged by the content of your character. All right? That should be the thing. Go free. Go free. So, with that said, everybody have a great New Year's. I will see you all on the other side in 2023. Until next time.